You asked for it, you got it. The most common, the biggest mistakes made on Common App. So let's log in and learn, and let's make sure that we don't make the same ones. So you should have all created using an email you created for all your college financial aid accounts. Look, I did. That's one of the biggest mistakes because you get so much information. Another big mistake that a lot of students make is, hey, did you sign up for this account your senior year or sooner? Try to do it sooner. So in case you're catching this video now and you're not a senior, perfect timing. You just want to make sure if you're not a senior, just stay on this Common App section. This will be used every year, but it's this one, the My Colleges will change. Feel free to check them out to see how many questions they are, but you know that's going to change because, some years like Boston College used to have early action and now they only have early decision. It also gives you a search button for you saw that, over 1,000 colleges. So this is also a great place for students to discover schools. I know this may sound like to you like an info session, but that's also could be a biggest mistake. Like maybe you didn't realize like there's a certain deadline you need to find, or there's other different programs, like what's the difference of REA. It's really important to look at all the features that is available. Okie dokie now. So let's go back to what are some big mistakes people make. Make sure, number one, that your legal name is the same name on your birth certificate. So important. But also a big mistake that sometimes some students make regarding their family is that, let's just say your parent education is in another country. So if you were to fill out this information, you have to look up, and if it wasn't in this country, look here, I could put country in there and then find the different schools. Now, sometimes you may not be able to find one. So let's just say if I put Brazil on here, and if it just doesn't show up, I don't see that college, press continue, and then you change the address here. Maybe you made a mistake and it's actually in Antarctica. Then you fill out all their address and information on here. So that's more of an oversight than a mistake that some students make here on the parent information. But what is some other mistakes that some students tend to make? Well, let's look at all these different things. So in educational section, hopefully you make sure that you put the right school in here. So important. But did you go to summer school? Got to put that in there. If you went to another school, even if it's like an online one like BYU or Scout from the University of California, and make sure those grades are on your high school transcript. Did you take a community college course? Now, if you did, do definitely list them over here, whether it's a dual enrollment in one of our English classes, or you took a direct credit class at Kenyatta College or one of the 116. Now, a lot of times students go like, wait, I took that over the summer, so I'm not necessarily going to repeat it in this section over here where it's asking your current and more recent year courses. Well, what you could do is under the writing section, you could just scroll down, not put it in the main section, but one of my favorite ones, additional information. And then over here, you can write down what courses that you have, right? So you could say note, right? You could say took a college direct credit course at Kenyatta College, and maybe it was a course called Psych 130 abnormal. This is really not a real class, but there is abnormal psychology, but I don't know about Psych 130. You want to say that's 3 units, right? So make sure that's really clear on here, right? And you could say summer 2023, right? There you go, the end. And if there's any other notes you want to say about anything, really. Now, this is not something to ramble on here in additional comments about what you said before. This is really just think about it like, hey, I did an interview with a college. Think of it this way. I answer all their specific questions about why that campus, and then why me, and then pretend the interviewer said, is there anything else you'd like to share? Well, if there's something in big details you want to share, like someone just told me about how they hustled to get this amazing internship and research opportunity with adults, that's something that's important to say on here, because if I put it under activities, right? Like I'll say like I've done research and programs, but I may not have enough room. So you can use additional comments. So that is a big mistake people overlook. But make sure it's something that benefits the college, that the college would love to hear. Also, don't forget about family responsibilities. You definitely want to look at all these categories on there. But it's always about what you accomplish, not the name of the organization, right? Again, you only have 150 characters, so there's more to say. That's what those statements are in there. And you want to be able to rank your activities. What's really important to you? What's not? How do I do that? Look, I could push it down, pull it up. So these are the things to do. You do not have to fill up all 10, but these descriptions of what you accomplished is the most important section here on the activities. And one thing that you may not know about, if you have an outside person who can brag even more about your activities, well, under here, under recommenders, you could go ahead and add them under here, that person's name, and then just assign that person, and they will upload their recommendation through Common App. Here, your teachers only do it through the application system, or the app system called SCORE. So please keep that in mind. Now, you may see some schools that may offer you some extra information, like here I could put 3 teacher recommendations, right? So if I want to invite another teacher, do I put an email address? No, you do not put another email address. So if I want to say math, let's just pretend I'm also a math teacher here, right? Yes, I don't put their email on here because they're going to send that information on SCORE, and that's the reason why this symbol comes up here. Okay, what are some other major mistakes on people forget? Now, in our test optional or test-free world, do you know that colleges will accept any AP scores of 3 or higher? So feel free to write those information on there, right? So put in those AP scores on there, especially with 3 or higher. You do not need to put the 1. So just put any scores with 3 or higher. If you'd rather just do 4 or higher, that's fine. Just make sure your colleges on your list will accept those scores. But even if they don't, like, there's a lot of schools that won't give you college credit, especially the super selective schools, then just go ahead and note that on there so that it looks good on your college application. All right. So there are some schools like Loyola Marymount, University of Oregon, USC, University of Wisconsin, that you have to transcribe all your courses. Yes, all of them here. So here's an example of a 9th grade course that you would put in here, and then you would put the grade level. Now make sure you put the correct year, right? So this would be 2020, 21, right? Oh wait, this is not PE, but it's called wellness, right? And then the grade is constituted as a passing grade, and you get 5 credits. Here, English is college prep. Notice there's nothing here on final, right? This one is not college prep. Oh, that's a mistake because it's not on the A to G list, but you do get 2 semesters of those courses, and all your courses get 5 credits. Here you still do honors level, even though it's not noted for the A to G because it's not a UC application. So you want to make sure you have all your 12 courses listed on here. Here's an example of other type courses like Accelerated, English 103 Honors, right? Here again is that wellness class. Hey, did you take an 8th period? Were you at, jazz band, or were you in prep band? Remember that, pep band, excuse me. So that's on the A to G list. So that's why you get that College Board or your mixed chorus. So you want to be able to add all these courses on here just to give you an idea. And don't forget your other elective Intro to Ethnic Studies College Prep. And once you're done, you press continue, have reported all my courses. But what's going on in 10th grade? Well, there's some exciting changes that we're putting here. Again, you want to put down, this is 2122, A to F. Don't forget your school. This is a college prep class now. Yes, 201 is college prep. Here you put music appreciation A, even though it's A and B on the A to G list. So here you just continue putting all these great courses that you would have on your curriculum. And then here you will have also your chemistry and then your 8th period classes. Don't forget your 8th period classes, even if some of them are not calculating your GPA, because guess what, the colleges would do it. But if in case you do have TA, you do not get semester credit, but you will be considered as regular. And here's just more examples of those other type of courses. Why you don't put final? Because it's not on your transcript. You're literally transcribing what's on your transcript. Every single credit, every single course on here for the sophomore level. But wait a minute. Where is summer school? Where is summer school? All right, so let's continue here and I'm going to show you. So a lot of you took summer school after 9th grade year. So you go here, say yes, other courses. Here you go, put your school. I'm going to edit it. And then here you go ahead and put it. This one took chemistry. I got AA, 5 credits, done. If you took an outside course, hey, I took a scout class. I took English 1. It was college prep. That's still semester. Only took it for 1 semester, AA, the end. Now, any changes for 11th grade? The main thing for 11th grade is you're, again, just putting all the courses. Make sure the right year is on there. And then remember to put the title exactly as on here. Now, some of you may have a lab from an AP or the lab for ethnic, for your junior level religion class. Go ahead and put that in there. Again, if it's on your transcript, you got it, you're going to put it on here. So make sure you put that in here. You see the lab, but just pass, and then you put the credits that you have on here as well. So take your time, have someone check it, count all the courses, so important. But what about 12th grade? Well, 12th grade, you didn't have any semester grades, so you just leave it blank. So this would just be for students who are applying regular decision. So once you have official grades. And then the biggest mistake students make regarding about these applications, let's pick out a school like Clemson University. So let's just say you reported all your classes and grades. You're all done. But did you read all the stuff that you need to do on here? Well, this site is really helpful. It tells you everything on here that you need because look, did you know you have to do an SRAR? It is required. So you have to do that information to self-report that. Don't know what it is? Click on the link that give you all the information. So often a huge mistake students don't do is read the site. Now remember, this changes year to year. So this is something that every senior should do on there. Like a lot of people thought, oh yeah, last year Purdue was test optional, but this year isn't. So, and that could change for another school the other way. So that's important as well to check for that information. The other thing is, let's look at another school. If we look at Cal Lutheran down in Southern California, sure, you can answer all these different questions out here, but do know that there is a writing section. do you really know the mission statement of your school? Have you researched it? Have you did the videos? Some tips to kind of look to help you with that, because remember, these colleges are really looking about, do you know our campus, right? And so have you done about us? Have you read this? Have you looked at the information, gone on the YouTube, look at the major, what's their focus? Yes, there's so much to do, but so important to look at, right? The other thing is, as you're looking at all these really important things to do, is you could also look at their event calendar. Yes, because if the school's doing it, do you know, like today, a university go, oh my God, SI has so many performing arts that's happening. I can't believe a high school is doing so many. Exact conversation. But let's look at what's happening at Cal Lutheran, where they're focusing. How are they fulfilling your mission, their mission? So these are things for you to kind of really look at, to give you a quick, easy sense of the school. So then you could go back and not just copy and paste or put generic answers, but real answers. Again, if you're looking at the major, well, I can't tell you how many times students just don't go click on majors on the website, see what the major is. They'll just see what they offer at the end. Okay, well, let's click on business and see what their philosophy is about. Oh my God, look, they offer you a video. You could look at their curriculum, what they emphasize. You could look at the experience and what students say. Have you read this stuff, right? What companies people work at. Oh, what professors, right? So there's just so much to look at on those. So these are the big mistakes that often students do. And one other thing that's important is when you do the review and submit, you want to make sure that everything's done. So don't wait to the last minute. You may have to click a couple of boxes on there, right? So what do I mean by that? Let's check out Santa Clara. So if I go to Santa Clara and I review and submit, sometimes that's all done. But some schools will have this broken up into two parts, so you have to be prepared to submit it one time and then a second time, like University of Chicago. So they'll have the writing supplement in other locations. That could really throw off a lot of students. Like, wait, I have to submit this? And then I have to submit this? Yes, you do. Okay, so make sure you do that. Check your portal. You should get an email within 72 business hours that you submit your application, and then you can check if they received everything. Also, don't forget to look at this website to look what's going on with regarding financial aid and other great opportunities available for you. I hope this video's helped. Take care, guys, and good luck.